Hey everybody, this is Dr.J, Professor Spiking, Kamal, coming live from northeastern part of these United States of America.
Peace.
What's happening, guys?
Hope everything's good with you guys. I'm trying to look to see how I even did. I'm so busy all day that I don't
Kamal, how
even.
did you make out today? It was a pretty good day, right?
It was a good day. Overall, it was a good day. I have a couple of red ones, but overall, it was a good day because of Amazon. I mean, Amazon is the one that either you know floats or sinks my day.
We're gonna we're gonna look at Amazon.
Yeah, we
I think
should. I noticed that of my Dermtech is my biggest winner today.
which one?
Dermtech,
Thermtech was up what percent?
12.8%.
That's a good move.
Yeah, I mean it's making up a bit of ground, and Tandem is up a little bit too. That one's been languishing.
Yeah.
So it's good to see at least it's stabilizing a little bit.
So did you do any buying and selling today? I did none today.
Not me, not
I,
for
I
me.
sold
Thanks.
Nvidia.
You sold
Oh,
Nvidia. Are you? Are you? I'm not gonna
oh.
say are you out of your mind. Are you working from any kind of fear or anything?
No, I think
I
you
fe-
sold it because of the chart, right? We're going to
correct.
look at the
I
chart.
felt it
Yeah.
reached a ceiling. It reached that ceiling, and it
Hmm.
went
Yeah.
down. So I saw it
Yeah,
461.50, which is very close to the
I've been,
high.
I've been puzzled why Mara, Riot, and Hut are not higher, but I think I'm beginning to think it's because of the halving that's due in Bitcoin, like around April. Approximately every 4 years, Bitcoin
Yeah,
production.
the way the thing was invented, they have fewer and fewer coins to mine, and so the rewards sort of go down if everything else stays equal. And I guess the presumption is that things don't stay equal.
Wasn't
So
it? Wasn't Mara like $20? Riot was like $20 when Bitcoin was 33,000. Bitcoin dropped to 29, and
uh,
it came back to 35 now. Bitcoin over 35. Mara's
is
like
Mara
under $10. It hasn't made that move.
does
The
Mara
same
only mine Bitcoin? Does it
Yeah,
or
it's about $9 today.
does
the
it
same
mine
is
other coins besides Bitcoin?
no. I think it's Bitcoin. Also, Riot and Hut both have
None
not
of them,
been.
mine Ethernet or I mean Ether or anything else,
I don't know.
because that could be Ether's not growing the same way as Ethereum. I mean,
I
Ethereum's not
think
growing the same way.
Ethereum made a similar move, didn't it? I really don't follow Ethereum, but
It's not as extreme as Bitcoin. It's a
I'm
little bit,
thinking it has
it's got a lower
to,
beta.
I'm thinking it has to do with the halving because MicroStrategy moved back up to where it had been, but not the miners.
Hmm.
So does
MicroStrategy,
it make sense that if the supply is less, that the demand will be higher, the price will go up? No?
yeah, that's the theory behind it. So
Yeah, we're all clamoring for more Bitcoin.
the miners should, even though they're going to produce less bitcoins, it should be worth more. So it'd be a wash for them, theoretically.
Presumably, right. Like I said, it's when I said all things being equal, one of the things that could adjust that is the value of the Bitcoin itself. So,
Right.
if each coin is worth X amount of dollars and then that amount goes down, you're not going to want to mine them as much.
Well, isn't it just the law of supply and demand? Less supply, the price
Hard.
goes up. Isn't that basic economics?
Yeah,
And
unless nobody wants anything anymore, right? This is the question. Is there's competition also, right? Because I think the first company that creates the block is the one that gets the coins, and then the other
I
ones
think
just lose
the
out.
founder, the Japanese guy, Nagus, whatever his name is, he's the guy that might be the richest man on the
Yeah,
earth. If
well,
he's
it's because he reserved a shitload of coins for himself.
right, if he's still alive, he's the richest man in the world.
Mhm.
I don't think anybody knows, right? He's kind of it's anonymous. Is that it? Is it
Originally,
that?
he was.
I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't know who he was or she.
But he has a name.
Okay.
The name I've seen print with an N something. So my point is that we're better off investing in MicroStrategy and any what's that other one?
In the coins
GBTC,
themselves, as opposed to
the
said
miners.
that's funny based on what you just said, because I just saw a comic that said from NVDA, because when everybody else is digging for gold, sell shovels.
Sell shovels, yeah.
Right.
Oh, right, right.
That's what
Right.
that's what Riot does. They sell
Infra-
shovels for bitcoins.
Infrastructure, right?
Right.
That's what NVIDIA is. It's infrastructure for AI.
But
So
yeah,
anyway,
that was the bullish.
anyway, I want to look at the chart for Bitcoin. I want to look at the chart for Mara,
and
Riot,
NVIDIA, so that we
NVIDIA
can
and
find
Amazon.
out if Kamal made the right move.
MicroStrategy, NVIDIA. I
Right.
want to look at the chart for Amazon. It's about making a tremendous move. Amazon's going to make Kamal and I rich, along with half the rest of the world.
Right. Well, is Apple following along? Because Apple seems to be sort of dotted on.
Apple year to date is about half what Amazon is.
Right.
Year to date. I
Low
mean, they're
entry
both.
numbers.
I think Apple year to date is something like 35% up. Amazon must be
The answer
70.
is yes.
Which you can't say 35% is bad.
Oh, right. Exactly. You can't.
No, 35% is actually very good.
Yeah, so Apple is having a good year, but Amazon is having a spectacular year. But my theory of Bitcoin, I think that's probably right. It has to do with the halving. The price of the miners.
Yeah, Andrew wants to stop in my office.
All right. All right.
So I would like to review Amazon and NVIDIA.
So let's get right to it because we've been dancing around the
Yep.
issues. Let's get to the videotape or something like that. Something like that. All right, we'll look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin broke. This is a breakout on Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's got some legs, doesn't it?
Yeah, even when it slowed down, it's still going up, just slower. It's got a lot of oomph.
You're quite welcome. Thank you. See you later.
Bitcoin's looking good, right?
Looking great.
Looking real good. Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, it's holding on to that little trend over there.
Yeah, it's got a nice little trend line going over the last 2 weeks, which I'm trying to draw. My computer's slowed down to a crawl. There we go. I can't change it because whatever it got drawn. So be it. It's close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Is right.
Yeah. So Bitcoin made a tremendous pop, and now it's slowly making new highs almost every day. Backed off from making a new high today, but pretty strong day all in all. The high was made about a week ago, right? Right in here. But it's basically at the high. I'm going to show a few charts, and you're going to see that quite a few of them are bumping, are looking to make new yearly highs, or highs of import, taking out some significant other highs that it made. So Bitcoin is no exception. Let's look at the longer term chart, the weekly. Weekly is just clearer, Same thing, but clearer.
But it's above all the averages.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking at the next move for Bitcoin, it should be 48,000. We saw that the last time we met, right?
Mm-hmm.
you asked me where do I think it's going. I said 48,000.
Mm.
Remember. Well, there's two highs. This one right here at 48,000, and then this one right here at 69,000. So maybe the theory of halving and doubling might actually make sense. What do you think? In other words, the supply will be cut in half going forward after April, and the demand, if the demand stays the same, will the price double? And then what about the ETFs that we're expecting? The spot ETFs. We're expecting approval on that from the SEC. So Blackstone might get an ETF. Greystone. What is it called? Greystone. What's the Grayscale? Right. What is it?
Grayscale. Grayscale already does, or they already have an ETF for
It's
Ethereum.
not really an ETF. I don't know what it is. It's a trust.
Oh, okay.
It's not a spot ETF. It's a difference. Don't ask me what the difference is.
Okay, I won't.
Because I'm not going to tell you because I'm not sure what the difference is. But people are excited about a spot ETF, and that'll make it more enticing for investors. So you're going to have next year in 2024. I think you're going to have a few positives for Bitcoin, and that's why you're seeing the run now, because the market looks ahead. How many months they say? At least 6 months, right?
Mm.
So next year should be a good year for Bitcoin. I think 48,000 is very likely for Bitcoin.
So you're talking about the third half of 2023, right?
Well, let's call it the somewhere between the fifth quarter and the third half.
Okay.
Oh, it's next year. It's not this year.
Yeah, but if you're going to get down to minutia like that, let's go for the 1 3/8.
Okay.
Somewhere around there, somewhere around April. I think you'll see Bitcoin at 48,000. I'll give you the month, April, in anticipation of the halving. All right.
Okay.
Fair enough. That's my prediction, 48,000 by April.
Okay, that sounds wonderful.
Market.
Yeah.
That's provided nothing wrong goes with the world.
Well, even if something wrong goes with
I
the
mean,
world,
nothing
Bill,
more wrong.
well, we don't want things to go boom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's say barring World War III, I think Bitcoin is going to be fine. Some people say World War III has already started, but I hope not.
I hope not.
It's a cold one.
Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about with the spiders banging up against the recent highs. So we're right at major resistance for the spiders. I talked about this 437 area last week and the week before, if you remember. I guess you remember, right?
Yes.
Who pays attention to class? Have I not drawn this line before?
Yes, you have.
Yes.
So here we are, just where Dr. J said. Now, don't ask me whether we're going to go through or correct. I'm not sure. Tomorrow we'll know. I wouldn't doubt the correction to the 200, 425, and then we continue up.
I second that. Yes.
All right. So
Right,
theoretically, it could go either way.
Maybe one of those gaps. You're picking
You see that 100-day moving average? I think that's going to be a good resistance.
The top? Well, maybe we're at the top, Kamal.
Yes, we are at the top.
We might go, I think 425 is a reasonable pullback.
Yeah.
Markets go up and markets go down. Remember that. So 425 is if in case you're not sufficiently invested in SPY, I think 425 would be an opportunity.
So I just want to ask you a question right here. Do you see where the 100 crosses the 200? Is that it? No, 100 crosses
I think it's a
the
50
50.
crossing the 50 crossing the 100, I think.
Yep.
Yes, you see what happened to it? It kind of crashed. And
It's,
then,
that's textbook, right? Come on.
Yeah.
right. And then
Yeah.
you see the 9-day moving average with
Yeah.
the 200, I think.
Yeah.
See the
The 9-day cross.
Yeah, it's just meeting now.
Yeah, and then it shot up.
That's curving up. Yeah, it's gonna be positive.
No. You see where the 9 met the 200? Yeah, right there.
Right here.
Yeah, you see how what happened after that?
Went up.
That's interesting. You're right. That's when the pickup started.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Let's say that's not a very. So what's your point? It shouldn't have happened. You mean?
No. I think I'm trying to find a correlation here.
Like he's seen a sort of a harmonic with those
Right.
lines.
Let's just say that crosses sometimes mean something and sometimes don't.
Okay. I just observed that.
Well, I mean, if what you're saying is true, then the fact that they're hooking up with each other might portend a little bit of a downturn right around resistance.
On the other hand, it's curving right back up, so that'll be positive, right?
Yes. So they're gonna cross again. They're gonna cross again.
Yep. I kind of personally think you might see a little trading between the 100 and the 200, little back and forth. Yeah, that's what I think. All right, but then eventually or soon, Christmas rally is in the works, Santa Claus rally. So I think we can get a short-term move down, followed by a big move up. In other words, it may not go through this resistance tomorrow. It may take a week. Little pullback. A breather. The market may need a breather. Amazon bumping up against its highs also. Look. I don't have to draw too many lines. You can see it. So Amazon may have a little ways to go up and then maybe take a breather also.
Right.
Or maybe take a breather
Did you
right
sell some of your
here.
Amazon, Kamal?
Repeat that again, sir.
Did you sell some of this?
Amazon, no. I was gonna sell. I'll tell you why. If you see the top of today's candle,
Yeah.
it hit 3 times before that. You see, if you draw a line at today's top candle, it's a horizontal line.
Go to the weekly.
I see it. You get a bunch of green stopping right there.
Right. Do you see that?
It's really more this candle, Kamal. Really more this candle. And this one is more significant. 145.85. That high.
Okay.
That's the major resistance. So
Yeah, I was gonna sell half my position today.
It may go up to that level and then back off a little. Automatically, these kinds of significant highs, a tough resistance. You got a double top here at 146.
Sure.
It's major resistance. If that gets taken out, you're looking at probably 170. Yeah.
Yeah, back to where we were.
170 where we were back in March, right? Back in March of what? 22? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I've been holding it. I bought it at that level, by the way, like 170 something.
Yeah, as did I.
I bought it at a lot of levels.
My 22 spending spree.
I think I'm in the green on Amazon. I'm not 100%.
No, I'm definitely in the red.
I got quite a few accounts.
Not very much longer, my friend.
I have about 5 trading accounts. They all have Amazon in it. I have to compute.
I have tons of it.
I have a lot of Amazon also. It's my number one holding. Apple is maybe 2. Google is maybe number 3. You know, the Mag 7 is well covered in my book.
Yeah, it's the Dr.J blue chips.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go with what's working, don't you?
I
That's
suppose.
how I look at it. I want to look at Kamal's NVIDIA, but let's look at MicroStrategy first. Also, right at the highs, you see? Everything's banging against the significant resistance, including
Correct.
MicroStrategy.
I noticed that as well.
So it's not just NVIDIA, it's not just the spiders, it's everything.
So the chances of it going higher, in my opinion, is less than the chance of it going lower.
I tend to agree, but the market is so unpredictable. I agree. My gut feeling is we get a pullback, a little pullback.
I mean, if you look at the last, I would say 15 candles, I mean, that's a crazy move up.
It is. Even for Amazon.
Yeah.
NVIDIA, what is this, a weekly? I'm in the weekly on NVIDIA.
Right.
Well, you got that 500 level to shoot for on NVIDIA. And if you look at the weekly, you don't see that same kind of resistance that you saw on the daily.
Right. That's why I sold it today, actually. It hit that resistance level a couple of
Well,
times.
it's
But I
not.
sold it the first time.
The main resistance probably is up here at 476. You sold at 461. It might
461.
retest 470. You may not have gotten perfect. Who knows? You might have.
Right.
Where do you want to buy back? All the way down here at the 50?
Well, if you looked at the daily, there was a nice gap, I think.
Yeah, look at the daily. The daily is better than this graph.
Yeah,
And just
you
6
know,
months.
this is tough to look at. You're not expecting a collapse.
No, definitely not a collapse.
You think it might retest this low?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this, you could see a horizontal channel, right? Do you see that?
392 would be the, yeah, I see it. I drew the top of it.
Right.
You want me to draw the bottom?
Yeah. I mean, anything around 400 is a good buy, in my opinion. Anything below 400 is even better.
I don't know what I drew.
You
I
draw a
drew
straight line up.
I drew a vertical line. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
just
I did.
undo it. Undo it.
I'll undo it.
Yeah, there is an
Try to-
undo button right there.
And I undo. We used to call that in what did we call that in stoop ball? Hindu.
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 It was hinder.
Does anybody know what the hell we're talking about? Nobody, right? No, nobody remembers stoop ball.
You're using an ancient language, man.
Stoop ball. Well,
You never heard of it.
That ain't ancient to me. Well,
If you're
maybe
from
because I'm ancient
Brooklyn,
also.
if you're from Brooklyn, you know what stoop ball is.
Yes.
But I think that's it. It's the only part of the world that you know what it is.
That
And
channel looks crooked.
Yeah, it took me a while to learn that Hindu really meant hinder.
that channel looks crooked because it is crooked.
Mm.
You're right, because that other line really should be tilted as well with the same slope.
That's true. But basically,
Then that portends a bit of an overall downtrend.
basically we're between this high of 10, 12, 476, and this low of 392. That's the channel. I'm not sure you got the high, but you didn't do bad. You'll have an opportunity to pick it up lower.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to look at Hart and Mara. Which one? I'm running out of time. Mara.
Mara.
Mara is a serious
That's
underperformer
not a
compared to where Bitcoin is and where MicroStrategy is. Serious underperformer. Last
Yes.
time Bitcoin spiked, Mara was up around this level here, which was 1357 back in August. So let's pull that down a little. I'm going to draw that level in. I got to keep hitting horizontal. So this is where it should be at the very least. It should be up there because Bitcoin made a very disproportionate move up. This one did not keep pace. At the very least, it should be here. Probably should be higher than that based on where Bitcoin is. Probably should be up around here where it was back in July. That would be around $20, 1950. So it's seriously lagging Bitcoin.
Yes, it is.
Bitcoin is at a high for the year, or very close, and I think it's at a high. And this one is way off its highs, 50% off. So it tells me I'd rather be in MicroStrategy than Mara. That's the lesson that I get out of this.
Do you have any Mara?
I do, unfortunately. I own Mara, Hut, Riot, and MicroStrategy. I fortunately own more MicroStrategy than the rest put together. So that part is good. But I do own it. I own very little, a small amount, not very little, but a small amount of Mara, Riot, and Hut. We are getting a little pickup, but we're meeting resistance at the 200 on Mara. So we can't. The trick is to get through the 200. Mara and MicroStrategy all at resistance. It's amazing how everything's at resistance. Everything, it seems, is banging its head.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a big day.
Hot as well. You can just look at the chart, eyeball it. They're all at resistance. Was there anything else I wanted to chart on Amazon? I charted. What else?
You put Unity.
I think U is due for a rebound. That's why I put it in.
Yeah, I hope so.
It's well off the lows. It put in a nasty low, but a positive look, a good looking candle.
Yeah.
Back here, the low is 24.30. I think that's a good low. I think this was a nasty red candle yesterday. We got to get higher than that, and I think we make a run at least to this high at 31.66. So I see a 25%, 20% move up on this one. I think it's good for 20% in the near term. Well, I don't know how near, but next move up should get us up to that level. Yeah, on a pullback, I think we do not go lower than the recent lows. So that's why I see you trading. I like you on its fundamentals. I don't love it on the chart, but I like it on the fundamentals. You cannot love it on the chart. Anything else?
So if you were to buy, Dr. J, if you were to buy something today, like not today, what would you buy? What's a good buy today?
Today, probably like you, probably like Sava and Bivy for bios.
Mark is suggesting Walgreen boots.
Walgreen is maybe okay, but the shrinkage in these stores, like Kamal was telling us, it's just awful. You were telling us about Walgreens, right, Kamal?
Correct. In fact, they fire anybody who stops a thief. If you stand in front of a thief, if you try to prevent them from stealing, you're fired.
I believe it.
And they have fired a couple of people already.
Sounds like hyperbole to me.
The world is upside down. The axes were reversed. The North Pole and the South Pole. I
Right.
think nobody noticed, but they flipped while we were.
Oh, what the charges? The charges flipped.
Yeah, I think so. I think the North and South Pole flipped. So everything's topsy turvy.
Oh, okay.
Honor the thieves. It's a crazy world. This really looks like an ABC correction.
Really?
Well, we
So
have
you
that
think Unity, Sava, and what else?
ABC. Doesn't it look like an ABC to you? 1, 2, 3. ABC, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Mm.
We're going to make new highs. Get up to that 50 again. I think once the Vision Pro starts selling, this thing is going to catch fire.
Now, in some of these news companies, they were talking about Apple sort of losing its bloom. The bloom is coming off the rose with Apple.
Yeah, wait till the Vision Pro.
People buying the newer models.
Wait till every 40-year-old kid buys a Vision Pro for $3,500.
Yeah, I guess that'll be the thing that does
Every
it.
40-year-old kid is going to buy one of them.
If it has to be earning enough to be able to drop to 2,500, and it has to be lonely enough to want that instead of people.
They're saving their pennies already.
All right. I mean, look, I'm investing as if I agree with you.
I personally know 5 40-year-old plus men that told me they're going to buy as soon as it comes out. It's a must-have gizmo for the gamers. It's again sickness. I can't play one of those stupid games. Can you?
And not, and the ones with the VR sets get me nauseous.
Yeah, I get nauseous too. I get dizzy, nauseous, whatever. Not for me.
Right.
But it's more than just games. You can control all the apps on your phone with your eyes. And basically, you're a computer with that thing on you.
Right. Sort of like you see the commercials with the people tapping their fingers on their watch.
Yep. This is worse than that. It's sci-fi. That's what it is.
But isn't it too close to your eyes? I mean, doesn't that affect the health of your eyes? I mean, I remember my parents used to say, "Stay away from the TV. Don't stay away like maybe 10 feet away or whatever." This is like
I think you're right, Kamal.
That's when TVs were giving off gamma rays.
No, but I think Kamal is right in general. I think you don't want to stare at a screen right on top of you.
Right.
But probably the way they've constructed it, the lens is as if it's far away. You know what I mean? They can do anything.
Well, I noticed that anybody who wears glasses for a long time, like eyeglasses, regular eyeglasses, over a long time, their eyes gets deformed over a while. Like when they take off their glasses, their eyes don't look natural, if you will. They look different.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's bad for you. But anyway, Unity looks like it's put in a really good bottom here. Like you say, if you look back, you see 2 other hits of this level, right? You like to look back, Kamal?
Yes.
Draw that line. It looks like a very good line. It looks like it's stopped in the right.
I sold a couple of stocks like Wing and MicroStrategy and NVDA and SMCI. So I have some cash and I'm itching.
Yeah.
Well, this one might be a bottom fishing play. It came down a lot from the $50. It's half price sale. So I think when does it go on sale, the Vision Pro? April, May, something like that. They said first part of 24, whatever that means. Early 24. So figure May. I think that'll give it a shot in the arm, along with Apple. Apple may surprise with that Vision Pro. And most of the analysts are underrating it, They're
Right.
making nothing out of it. The value of Apple does not reflect the Vision Pro at all.
No, it doesn't.
I think Apple is good. Unity is good, based on that one product. All right, that's it for today.
I think so. We hit our
Yeah.
35-minute mark.
We did our penance.
Our pens.
Darth is with us.
Yeah,
Mark,
Dr. Thank you for all the BTC love.
all the BTC what?
Love that you're been so bullish about it. So
Oh yeah, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. I've been bullish a long time on this show with Bitcoin. I have no reason to think otherwise. I mean, it could pull back on. It's in sync with the S&P, so it will pull back on a pullback, I guess. Although, as Kathy Wood likes to point out, that it went up when the banks were in distress. So it's a flight to quality or a flight to safety or whatever you want to call it. So that's it. Everyone, if you had not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. Those that are here for the live stream, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
yes, thank you.
And those who are watching from home in the comfort of their home on a 1 in the morning, thanks for watching. Whatever.
Yep.
I watch things at 1 in the morning when I can't sleep. I take my phone out, play a YouTube video. So let's try to. Hopefully, we'll make it for the end of the week, right?
Okay.
I always show my portfolio for each month. I forgot to show it, but the only
Okay.
changes I made is I added AMD, I added SOUN, I added
Bivy.
Bivy. Otherwise, it's mostly the same. Adios, amigos.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks. Ciao. Bye.
Bye.